And we're live. What's up? So, big show tonight. Hold on. I need to. Oh my days, I'm not even prepared. There we go. So, big show tonight. I actually have water with me this time. Now, compared to the last show, I'm doing this one late at night, which is the reason why I'm wearing the glasses, and it's kind of dark and I didn't really feel like putting a suit on at 1 a.m. So we are in a more casual fit. What you think of the watch though? Okay, I think my voice needs to go up a bit. No, this is wrong. Okay, great. I can hear stuff. So, today's show is focused on a very specific thing, which is how do you keep a woman? Okay, like after the relationship has started, how do you actually get this woman to stay with you for years or hopefully decades? Well, in this video, or well, show, live stream, however you want to call it, we will be delving deeply into that, and we will be focusing on a couple of key points that you can like take away with you and hold in mind and keep in mind easily, and very easily apply this to your life so that your relationship doesn't get boring, so that she doesn't feel the need, so that she doesn't feel like something's missing, so that she doesn't feel like she's actively missing out on life by being with you, and also that so that she doesn't feel cheated in this relationship. So if you're interested in a talk about how to get women in the first place, I do plan on doing that, and I have a video on that. However, it's not really a deep dive, it's more of a short video, and that will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. I don't know, I'm kind of slow on editing stuff because I'm just figuring a lot of stuff out. I'm just testing stuff, like I'm editing videos and deleting them like a retarded. But that to the side, let's actually get into the show, into the main things that you want to watch. Now, before we get started, I do want to say that if you're enjoying it up until now, or if during the video you say, oh man, this is great content, please make sure to subscribe right here. Also, if you think, hey man, this is tremendous content, this is changing my life for the better, please make sure to support the show right here somewhere, like under the mic here, right there, at coffee. So all of the money that comes from coffee is going straight back into this channel, into like cameras, stands, everything, to try and get this content high quality, get it out to more people, spread the message, so to say. So let's actually get started. I think it's best if I automatically start with a showcase. Okay, doesn't accept it. Oh man. So it is like that. Let me move myself. There we go. So as you can see right here, we have a wheel of emotions. You may be wondering where this is from. Well, this is from a psychologist whose name I will not try and pronounce, but it's right here. Okay, so he invented this in 1980s, and this is just more about like what emotions are and how they relate to each other. So the guys over on 6seconds.org have made this interactive graph, and we have to understand that when talking about how do you keep a woman, and even like while you're starting to like a woman and wanting her to feel the same, there's a specific color right here that we do not want to trigger. Like if you trigger this, this is death, this is the worst thing you could do, this is how you lose her, this is how she's gonna cheat on you, or like never talk to you again, or even worse, just get bored and say ciao. So like the meme of the dude who fades away. So we have number one, purple. Okay, so like it's this right here, and actually that's the only number, it's just this. Like you can make her feel anger, rage, annoyance, even sadness and grief, everything. Even though you think like, oh, don't make her angry because that's a negative emotion, it's actually fine. What you don't want is any emotion in relation to this purple thing right here. Now, boredom, this is like the death of relationships. The way this works, by the way, is that like if it's here, it's like less intense, and the more intense it's up here. It says here intensity high, and then here intensity low. Okay, so boredom, if you notice, is on the same level, same color as disgust and loathing. Also, like contempt and remorse are a mixture of anger and disgust. That's contempt, and remorse is disgust, sadness. So also things we don't want because they're connected to purple. But generally, we just don't want this and these. So don't you think this is crazy that boredom and disgust are on the same level? And like not the same level of intensity, but the same category of feeling. And this is obviously on purpose. Now, obviously, because you have a brain, I assume, you may have noticed that there's also the like opposite. So like if purple is here, the opposite is admiration, acceptance, trust. But we're gonna get into that a bit later. Right now we're mainly focused on the bad side, and the bad side is right here. It's the purple stuff. So boredom is, because it is a low intensity emotion, it's the one that's going to be felt the most. And I'm gonna go into some tricks that you can do to eliminate boredom later. But first, I think I should define why it's so bad, because you may be listening and be wondering, hey, okay, I get it. I understand we don't want purple, but why don't we want purple? Well, it's simple. It's because, I mean, number one, the definition here I just read it is beautiful. What is boredom telling you? The potential for the situation isn't being met. Okay, so literally telling you, like if a woman feels bored around you, she's literally thinking, I could be doing something better with my time, which is crazy because most of these women, they spend the majority of their time on their phone. So it's a hard thing, okay? Because it's not hard to keep a woman entertained, especially when I go into the tricks. But going back to why is this bad and why does this kill relationships, it's because, again, the potential isn't met, meaning that she's gonna be wishing for it to have been met. There was another study which I don't have up here. Hold on, let me try and find it. But it was talking about how it was talking about how people, oh wait, yeah, here we have it. I mean, I don't have the exact study, but or let's go. Or yes, I found it. Here you go. Abstract from Just Think: The Challenges of the Disengaged Mind by science.org. So here, abstract. In 11 studies, we found that participants typically did not enjoy spending 6 to 11 minutes in a room by themselves with nothing to do but think, that they enjoyed doing mundane external activities much more, and that they prefer to administer electric shocks to themselves instead of being left alone with their thoughts. Most people seem to prefer to be doing something rather than nothing, even if that something is negative. So it is written right here, guys. Boom. As you clearly saw, let me make myself big to make the point. Women would rather cheat on you than be bored with you. And the reason why is because this isn't only about women. Like, as we clearly saw, it said people. Okay, and in case you didn't know, women count as people. Here, it said participants, even worse. The way this was conducted, the way this study was conducted was that they just had like, I mean, it's 11 studies, but like one of them, the way it was made, it was they took people, they put them in a room with like small thing that you touch, it gives you a shock, sorry, not shot. And they saw that people rather like get shocked multiple times than just sit there and do nothing. So, which is kind of crazy. The more you think about it, the crazier it gets. But we don't need to think about it, because who likes thinking? What we do need to realize is that this is no different than the person you're trying to date. The participants are no different than the person you're dating or trying to date. So clearly, on a psychological level, like, this woman just hates being bored. What time do we have? 1:30. This woman hates being bored. So we need to avoid this by all costs. Okay? I'm putting a lot of focus on boredom because, again, it's low intensity, so it happens more often. Disgust happens sometimes. I mean, and I don't think I need to go into high detail as to how to get rid of women feeling disgusted by you. But I will right now, just for the people wondering. Step number 1, you do not smell. Okay? Use deodorant. If you smell a lot, use anti-transparent. And use, like, shower daily. Shower especially before you go out with her, or meet up, or whatever you do with her. And wear some perfume. Ideally, eau de parfum. If you go on a perfume, let me show you. Can I make this picture bigger? Oh my days, it's in French. Je suis gay. There we go. Here we go. I hope you can see this. You don't actually need to, but perfumes are made in like levels. So as you can see here, like, you fraîche, I don't know what that means, but it's pretty much you garbage. Because concentration is super low. Meaning, like, this is like a perfume to water ratio, or perfume to alcohol ratio. 1 to 3%, you don't want that. Now in eau de toilette, it will have somewhere between 5 to 15. This is like the average perfume that you can get for the average price. More expensive perfumes are going to be EDP, eau de parfum, and it's going to write, like, it's going to be written on the thing. It's all, you can also have EDD, which again is the most like common one, and then eau de parfum, and then just parfum. Parfum obviously has the highest concentration, but ideally, like, eau de parfum is like a good fragrance. Most fragrances that are like high level, Aqua di Gio, Tom Ford, Leather, I believe. Which one else? Dior Sauvage also falls under this category. There are multiple ones who fall under this category, but I hope you understand. I don't know why the rest is in French, and I don't know why this is minoxidil for beard. Either way, I hope you understand, right? Eau de parfum, good. Eau de toilette, not good. So, now that we know that people be choosing pain over boredom, which pain I don't think is here. Either way, I hope you can like make it in your head that, hey, if pain is over boredom, then annoyance and penisvin, what? Penisvin is, who cares, dude? Blue, like from the one movie. If those things, like, if these two are like better than boredom, okay? And when you think about it, this is not that crazy to say, because we all know that women stay with dudes who beat them and cheat on them and terrorize them. We know women do this. So who cares? Like, they do this, and this is part of another trick that I have, which I do need to make myself full screen to get this point across. Use tactics. Okay, use tactics of female manipulators. You can go online and watch these videos of people who like get women to like sell their bodies online and stuff. Pretty much the things Andrew Tate was charged for. You can like look at those videos where women tell their stories about how these guys managed to get them to traffic themselves, and you can use it to your own advantage. Now keep in mind, when I say this, I mean that you're gonna see how these men manipulated this woman, and you're gonna like actually do it. And what I mean by actually do it, I don't mean like actually manipulate them, but what those guys said as lies, you're gonna say and actually mean. Like if those guys told her, oh baby, I'm gonna marry you, we're gonna have 27 kids, we was the pharaohs, we gonna be pharaohs and shit, then like compared to those male manipulators, you're gonna actually be building pyramids and shit. That's like the idea behind it. When you watch those videos, because I remember, I think there was one on Netflix. I remember I watched one about this French girl, and the idea was like, like the opening was like, she said, oh, he made me feel like I was a Disney princess, like I was in a movie. And that's what we want. And notice how she never said that that guy was boring. Also, let me make this bigger. You have no need for it to be this small. There we go. Notice how she didn't say, oh yeah, he made me like tacos or something. Like it wasn't a boring person. It made her feel something. Like pretty much ecstasy to a certain amount. So everything is better than boredom, okay? Even obviously outside of disgust and loathing. So, and obviously contempt and remorse, those are all like above boredom, but they're all of the same family tree. And boredom, as I said, is the easiest one to get. So we're trying to like chop the tree as close to the roots as possible so that we don't get to these levels. Now, I forgot. There we go. Now you can actually see I'm retarded. I forgot to switch. You were just seeing my face. Hey, God. Look. I believe we've yapped enough about why this is bad. Okay, like I've shown you the study. People would rather get shocked than be bored. And obviously, if a woman has been bored for a week with you, she's gonna think to herself, I don't feel nothing for this guy anymore. And the second a new guy comes along, she will cheat on you, even if the guy looks worse than you, even if the guy makes less money, even if the guy is retarded. Why? Because he makes her feel something. Now, obviously, even though feelings like rage and like anger, like the red and blue emotions, obviously, like they're better than boredom, but we don't necessarily strive to be like not boring. Like that's level 1, but at some point we wish to become this right here, which is the opposite of boredom, which is acceptance, trust, admiration. And as you can see, like love falls in between joy and trust, which is like the opposite of like this. So the opposite of purple and blue would be yellow and green, like this light green, and that's where we want to be at. Obviously, you want a submissive trad wife who's gonna bake you cookies and make you sandwiches, but we don't really want fear in the relationship. We want love. So like she's gonna submit, but out of love. So turning back, loving, okay, and boredom and disgust. As I said, these are the worst things you could make her feel. This is the devil on earth. So How do we not make a woman bored? Such a simple question for such a hard time. Well, let me take a sip of water. So, the ways we make a woman not bored is by triggering all the other emotions. They don't necessarily need to, like, you don't need to check all of them off. You don't need to make like a check, like a big box where you check off every emotion every time you meet up with her. Don't do that. But I just mean, like, we want everything else except boredom. Some good tactics are, let me pull out my notes. Here we go. Time apart. Spend time apart from her. This is gonna make her miss you. This is gonna make her want, like, think about the good memories, because obviously, like, when you're with somebody, you're not thinking about that one time you chilled in bed and did nothing. Hopefully, like, you're thinking about the funny moments, the cool stuff, that one place you went, that one picture, that one meal, that one funny conversation, or that one deep conversation, or that one sad conversation. But you're never thinking about that boring conversations. You forget those. That's what makes them boring. So time apart is needed. Even if you live together, you still need time apart, either by you working, going to the gym, going out with other people, like friends. Don't go cheat on her. We don't do that around here. As you can see right here, we got a cross up. We follow Christ in this house, so we don't cheat on women. So time apart is necessary, and when you reunite, it needs to be exciting. Okay, don't just come home with nothing to show for it. Come home with something exciting, maybe an exciting attitude, maybe something new about yourself, maybe some new news. We need something, man. We can't be out here being boring, okay? And another part of this is like hiding stuff and mystery. So we can hide stuff from her. Obviously, not anything bad, but we can hide stuff from her and then surprise her with it. Sorry, guys, kind of tired, but we can indeed hide stuff from her, and this will bring up some excitement, and it will also keep her on her toes. As an example, I'm gonna be meeting up with my girlfriend today, and I have to take a train to get to her, and it's always random when I come. I could be coming at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Like, I don't know if it's a.m., like in the morning, okay? And she doesn't know. I don't text her like, oh, I'm gonna be leaving 10 minutes. I just pull up at her door. I'm like, come down. And each time, this is something exciting, because now, oh snap, he's down in 10 minutes. I gotta get ready in 5 minutes, man. I can't do this. I gotta do my hair. I gotta do my makeup. I gotta choose clothes. And it gives her like a rush of adrenaline. Oh man, I gotta scramble and do this and do that. Compared to telling her like 2 hours in advance, then she can like sluggishly go, yeah, and then chill on her phone, and then go, and then chill on her phone some more, and then maybe pick, like, you know what I mean. That's excitement. Another thing is like bringing presents, bringing good news, which is a huge part of this, is just to be grinding a lot and not making her the center of your universe. Because if she's the center, she already knows everything about herself. So it's boring. You need different things that will attract her to you. Which is like part of another point, but that we're gonna circle back to later. But keeping mystery and keeping it exciting is the key to fighting off this boredom. if we cut here, surprise is right here next to amazement, which is great. So now amazement and vigilance are for some reason opposites. Either way, surprise does create a certain, like, you know, boom, and it's great. Like, this is good. Another thing that we have to think about is joy. You bring her joy by doing stuff that she likes. Like, you have to imagine one thing. Women are vain creatures. They're just vain creatures all around. And for them, something that, like, for you may not be as important, but for them it is how will this look on my Insta story? Whenever you go out with a woman, if you don't know where, pick it by this metric. What will look cooler or better or a bigger flex on her Insta story? Even if the only people that follow her are women, she will still care about this. Because women have their own, like, little world of competition and of jealousy. So they all want to be like one up each other and prove that they're like the baddest. Especially because looks are a big part of, like, being a woman. So lookism and making sure this looks good for others is important to her, because like, that's what women are. They're just led by others. That's why I'm not gonna get into that. Might get banned off YouTube. But the point is, they're made to be easily influenced by others, which is why you see a lot of women being trafficked and not so many men being trafficked, because men don't feel like they're in a movie. They're the ones who are creating the fake movie. So women are highly receptive to these outside emotions, these emotions from other people, not from, like, you or her. So we need to keep this in mind and create a fake life for her that she can post on her Insta. Okay? Like, you have to imagine it this way. She's with you right now, yet she's seeing her cousin. Like, you haven't gotten her flowers in a month, and you see her cousin. She, like, hold on, let me rephrase that, because I feel like this is a solid clip. Give me a minute. You have to imagine it this way. You haven't bought her flowers in a week, while she's looking on Instagram and her cousin is posting about how she's getting this huge, ridiculously big bouquet of roses. Obviously, she's gonna feel bad. Obviously, when the conversation comes up of, like, when she talks to her cousin and they talk about you, because that's like, women just talk about men and, like, they're just like dudes. It's not that different. But when she talks about you, well, guess what? She's gonna have to say, oh no, he doesn't fucking give me shit. Obviously, I mean, if she actually respects you to a certain degree, she won't say that. She will word it in a nicer way or talk about something else. But you get the point. Like, she doesn't like being put in that situation. She wants to be the one flexing. She wants to be the one saying, hey, look at what my man got me. Because this is a competition for them. Who can get the highest status man? Obviously, not everything is going down consciously. A lot of this is subconscious to the woman, but it's still something they do, and you can notice this. You can notice a lot of jealousy, a lot of passive aggressiveness, a lot of, like, dick measuring contests between you women. And obviously, like, if you think about it, like, they kind of need it, especially if you're looking for a more traditional woman. Like, she needs the best man possible because she needs the best, like, livelihood possible, because she's putting all her trust in you. So you need to be weighing above the average bum in order for her to like put true trust and true love in you. So this leads on to my final point, which honestly makes this show kind of short, but whatever happens. Don't let go. This is the final point of this show. So keep the goals, keep the purpose, keep the identity that you had before you had her, keep the grind. Because if you lose that, then for her, that's gonna feel like false advertising, first of all. Like when she got with you, your six pack, your bicep veins, that made her feel a certain way. And if you let it go, those feelings are gonna go. And we don't want that. That's death to the relationship. Because not only is there extra boredom by the fact that she knows your abs, but now they're not even there. So that's like a double stack of boredom. And we don't want that, because she's gonna be thinking like about the times when you used to have them, and she's gonna be looking out and seeing her cousins who are like permanently single go out with dudes who all of them have the abs that you right now don't have anymore. So, or friends, or you know, whoever. So this is a big issue. Do not let go of your character for this woman. If you chase the woman and you leave your goals to die, you will lose both. If you chase your goals, you will keep the woman and you will keep the goals and like achieve the goals. So this is base knowledge. And like if you look at these divorced men and these men who are married but like they don't get no motion, and they're like just sad, like visibly castrated men, you will see they have gone down this path. And these are the men whose girls read like porn books, smut, because they want to fulfill this fantasy, but because their man's a bum, they have to fulfill it through literally other men. Like, what you think is going on with her reading the smut? What you think she's reading this book about like a woman getting dicked down, and she's thinking about like she's self-inserting herself, obviously, as the main character, obviously. What you think the dude she's inserting you? Come on now, keep up. She's not inserting you. Why would she do that? If she was self-inserting herself in you, why wouldn't she just do it with you? You gotta be thinking, man. Makes no sense. Like if you self-insert yourself and you self-insert a person you can actually do this with, why are you making it a fantasy in your head when you could just have it in reality? Makes no sense. You would only do that, you would only like self-insert in this fantasy world if you cannot get what the fantasy world has to offer in real life. Which is like one of the reasons why I believe a woman reading like this type of books when she's with you, that's cheating, dog. Because if that guy from that book came along to her, what are the chances? What are the chances that she remains with you? Slim. And we don't want that, okay? So we want to be like as close as possible to that guy. Keeping this in mind, please keep in mind that women will say that they care about personality and stuff like that, and that is a lie. Okay, let me show you something. Okay, I don't think I can actually read it for you. Here we go. So, as you can see, this is a book cover. This is a very famous pornographic book, like the ones I've talked about. And do you notice something about these two characters. First of all, why is this in like Dutch? Spanish? That doesn't look like Spanish. Glödande Kemi Vaus Dialog. Ach, Fengstale Romantik. Whatever that means. No, dude. Look, you notice something about this guy's personality? Is that he's like a foot taller than her. And he's like way bigger than her, like wider and like strongly built. Like, what are we talking about, dude? And I could spend... Hold on. Let me actually spend the time. Your chat. Yeah. How is the... There we go. Cut. So here we have it, guys. I asked ChatGPT to describe me like the main dude. So okay, like that. Wait. So reputation. Nathan is introduced through gold. Okay, who cares how he's introduced? Golden boy of Maple Hills hockey, disciplined, charming, and seemingly perfect. Hashtag one did all theory. Appearance. He's tall, broad, and conventionally attractive, with the hockey captain build, muscular, confident posture, and a warm smile that makes people instantly like him. Polite, responsible, nice jock. Okay. Compared to the more immature or toxic male athletes around him, Nathan stands out as emotionally intelligent, genuinely kind. Which means nothing. Gentle and open, protective but not controlling. Which just means I'm not even gonna get into that. Hold on. Could spend like 5 hours just on that. No, listen to no. Can you give me X of his? I don't think that's how you write excerpt, but you get like I'm asking him to give me. Okay, Nick. Okay, dude, just give me the page. Okay, hold on, guys. I need to. Oh my days. Sure. Okay. Hold on, guys. I need to do some research. I need to do some. I don't know why I'm going this deep into this, but I truly want to get the point across. And either way, like I can just crop this and make it into like one narrative. So yeah. Here. There we have it. 9. That's Spanish. Okay. Why so serious? There we have it. Thank God. There we have it. So, page 2. Okay, I don't want to read that. Hold on, guys. I had no idea. Hold on. Can I use the search function? Search. Tall. That's accidentally not tall. Here we go. Here's the direct description of the main guy of this book. Nathan is a big guy, much bigger. Hold on, guys. I can't say that we are on YouTube, and I also can't show you this because I think I'll go to jail, or at least get a big fine. He's a good half a foot taller, broader, more muscular. Not to mention, he's a freaking hockey player. Aaron is built like a ballet dancer, strong too, but lean. Plus, has never been in a fight in his cushy, privileged life. So like, wait. Nate is the main guy, and Aaron is like the other guy. So clearly, I'm not reading all this, or am I? Totally, accidentally. What? I'm interested to know how people accidentally have oral sex though. Stats. Share with the group. You're a dick, I groan. What is going on, guys? I'm not... Okay, I'm done. That was a nice long group reading. Enough of this. Dude, I think you're getting it by now, okay? Yeah, I'm sure the main plot of the book is about how that guy makes her feel, because again, this is all based on emotions. But like, he's nice just means he makes her feel nice. Doesn't actually mean he's a nice or good person. It just means he makes her feel nice, which is what I'm trying to get to you in this show. Now, that's true, but the prerequisites are those things that I just said. If he was fat and bald, it wouldn't matter. You know what she would feel? If he was fat and bald, she would feel the right. This. Okay, right. Oh my days. I ruined the moment. Can you believe it? I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, this. She would be feel disgust. Disgusting. Okay. It's this meme right here. It's this meme right here. As you can see, it's this meme right here. I don't know why it's entertained, but yeah, truly, that's the meme. That's the point, dude. I hope you're getting this. I hope it's clocking to you the business that I'm trying to stand on. What I'm trying to teach you here. What I'm trying to teach you here is that women are shallow creatures, and if you don't fulfill their emotional needs, they're gonna leave you. So, and obviously you could cry around and become like an incel, but that's not getting us anywhere. Okay, sadly, that's not getting us anywhere. Don't hate the player, hate the game. The game is rigged, yes, but what can you do against it? And no, you're not gonna find a woman that's different. And if you think the woman you're with right now is different, you're wrong. And she's most likely hiding stuff from you. Go check her phone. Go through her phone sometime, man. And if she's against it, then she's hiding stuff, and you can already break up with her. I'm not joking. If you talk with a woman and she doesn't like, if you're in a relationship longer than like 3 to 6 months, and you just ask like, give me a phone, and she's like, what? No, why would I give you my phone? No, you're so weird. Why are you acting like this? Dude, he's hiding something from you, dude. And you should get on that. Quick. Quick. Literally just tell her, hey, dude. By the way, this is a very nice thing you can do. You can just say the following things. Look, me personally, I value transparency in a relationship. So I'm afraid if we cannot like mutually partake in this transparency where we share our phones, where we just share stuff like this, where we don't try and hide stuff, then I don't believe this relationship can work. And that's not people say that stuff like this is toxic, where you tell this person, hey man, we either do or don't do X, or we break up. But this is not toxic. This is called a boundary. You're telling her. And people only say it's toxic because it's against something that they agree with. Because if you say, hey dude, you better not go suck any other dicks, or else I'm leaving you. Well, first of all, why are you saying dude to your girlfriend? And secondly, no one would argue that you're toxic for setting that boundary. Okay? It's just that when you set a boundary, like we are not hiding our phones from each other. The people who call this toxic are the people who don't want you to go through their phones because they're hiding stuff. And another very common excuse that women will have is, oh, it's not that I'm hiding something. It's just that I have something that's like I'm just shy, and it's like, you're gonna make fun of me. Like, it's embarrassing. Well, what do you value more? 5 seconds of embarrassing or a lifetime with me? You know? It's a retarded proposition. It's a retarded like either or, which once you delve into, like, it's beyond retarded. Okay, and the reason why it's beyond retarded is because women don't think with their brain; they think with their emotions, which is what I'm trying to get to. Appeal to the emotions. Like, this actually goes further beyond relationships to all women. You need to appeal to emotions, not to facts and logic. Even men, the majority of men don't even just appeal to facts and logic, and they quite often appeal to emotions and let emotions guide their way through life. So imagine how much more of that a woman does. Why do you think that like dads are so protective of their daughters or moms? Why do you think like good women are so wary of men and think, oh, every guy is trying to play them? Because like a woman doesn't even know the difference. They can't tell it. But like if you're a guy, you can like instantly just smell it. It's like I think like dogs can't see green or something, or blue. I forgot. They cannot see a color that we can. And that's like the same with women. So please, if you're in a relationship, keep yourself focused on your stuff, not on the relationship. That's gonna make the relationship worse. It's gonna make her want you less. Yeah. But when you're with her, be fully present with her. Be fully focused on her. Don't be with her thinking about other stuff. That's gonna ruin it, because you need to make it so that she's not bored. You need to reaffirm. You need to pretty much be like a dancing monkey. You need to clap your hands. This doesn't mean literally do something every 5 seconds, because at the end of the day, boredom is natural. And if she's like unwilling to spend like 5 minutes of just sitting with you, she's not willing. Like, that's a woman that's not worthy. Her attention span is fried. This is another side tangent that I won't go on today, but some women, they're like just losers. If they were a man, you would think, hey, this is the loser. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. Also, I don't know, should I use this? I could. Either way. So, that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. I feel like I'm slowly slipping into very different zones, different mentalities, different like places mentally. Like we started off about how to keep a woman, and then we went into icebreaker reading, which I feel like I could do more. I do want to do this actually. I want a video where I dive into women's pornographic material to showcase you, okay, what do these women actually like. And the reason why I would do this is mainly because like women try to say the opposite, like when you ask them, but like deep down we all know this bullshit. So yeah, I might do that, might not. We'll see. Comment down below if you want to. And that's all I can say. UFC is gonna start in 2 hours. Nick Fuentes sadly isn't live, even though he should be by this hour. Oh wait, it's Sunday. He's not doing it. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that's all about all, guys. Hydropower level up. Oh yeah, big announcement. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but I'm gonna be working on a system that will help you like transform your life into a video game. Easiest way possible, most consistent way possible, all of that. I'm just doing a lot of testing right now, trying to figure out the best way. So you'll see that in the future. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.